Hi, my name's Don Coons. I live in the Villages, Florida. Approximately 30 years ago, I got arcade surgery, and subsequently, about 5 years later, because that was a temporary fix, they did Lasik surgery. And what I found out, it was a botched job. It was really a horrible job, and my vision got progressively worse to the point where I couldn't drive, and I couldn't do the daily functions around the house. So I pretty much gave up for a short period of time. And then my wife encouraged me to go see some eye doctors, and I went to several of them. And they tried certain things with lenses, but none of it worked. And the final doctor I went to said he couldn't do anything more for me. So I was discouraged, but he said I could recommend Dr. Gulani. So he did, and he sent a referral. We did a lot of research on Dr. Gulani, and we were very impressed with his work. And we scheduled an appointment. He did the laser plastique. And I'm very encouraged. His enthusiasm and his confidence, and he's got me fired up to be able to see soon.
Right. Hi, I'm Destiny Gibson. I am a nurse from Ohio. 19 years ago, I had a herpes lesion that got on my eye, and I've been legally blind ever since in my left eye. Through the years, they've tried different types of contact lenses, and nothing ever worked. In fact, it would make the herpes come back out in the eye. Until about last year, I was doing research and found Dr. Gulani online. And he had me try a scleral lens first to see if that would even work. Otherwise, he said nothing would work for my eye, and it did. So after trying that and finding one that worked, I contacted Dr. Gulani again, and he said that I would be treatable, and came here and had the laser plastique done yesterday. And while it will be a long process for me, things are much more sharp than they were ever before.
Hi, I'm Laura, and I came here from Ocala, Florida, back probably, I would say, 30 years ago. I made an unfortunate choice to have PRK, RK, and Lasik done on my eyes because my eyesight was to the point where I was legally blind. Correctively, it was impossible to get sight. And so I did those procedures. It was a big mistake. I had 6 children, probably changes to my cornea throughout that time too, but eventually I went to see Dr. Lang in Ocala, Florida. He was my eye doctor after those procedures, those botched procedures. And Dr. Lang said that if I was you and your eyes were my eyes, I would go to Dr. Gulani. And so he gave me a package. He happened to have a package with Dr. Gulani's materials in it. And I waited a couple of years because I was back and forth through business. I was committed to a plant that we had, manufacturing plant in the Bahamas. So Hurricane Dorian hit in the Bahamas and really pretty much totally wiped out our home. So I was back stateside again, and I decided that I was going to have my eyes taken care of. So I went to see Dr. Gulani, and he corrected cataract and a little bit of my eyesight. I'm on my second procedure. I'm sorry. I'm on my second procedure now to straighten out my cornea so that I can see better. And I can tell you that I was looking through what I saw as broken glass. It was very bad. And now I don't have that anymore, and I'm thrilled. I just had the surgery yesterday. So, very good.
Hi, my name is Andrea. My mom is from Chile. The name is Maria. The doctor in Chile made the surgery for the both eye. 4 years ago. Now she's losing the right eyes. So I'm patient for the doctor. He made me the surgery 3 years ago. The amazing surgery. I almost don't see nothing. Okay. Now my man is coming from Chile, and the doctor made the surgery in the right eyes. In the next month, he made the another eyes. So now she sees perfect for the right eyes.
Good.
So I'm waiting for the next surgery in the next month. She's very happy. I'm too.
Hey, I'm Edward Lewis, 37 years old. I'm an advanced keratoconus patient. I pretty much went my entire life with pretty much perfect vision until about 5 years ago or so, and I started noticing that my vision started basically decreasing. So, of course, like every other keratoconus patient, I went and I got what's called cross-linking, which is to kind of stop and stabilize the cornea from advancing further than it could. But the only options for me then were to use glasses, which I never used my entire life, or to use scleral lenses, which, you know, wasn't a thing I was a fan of because I've never used either one my entire life. So I started going down the rabbit hole that YouTube is, and I came across Dr. Gulani, and you know, I kind of decided like, hey, you know, do I want to live like this the rest of my life, or do I want to see if there's an actual solution out there? So I went down the rabbit hole. I saw Dr. Gulani. I read all the posts. I watched all the videos, and I decided like, hey, you know, if I'm gonna take a chance on somebody, then, you know, this is the guy. So I went ahead and did that. I scheduled my right eye, which I did about 14 months ago, and I was pretty happy with, because my right eye was my worst eye, and I did have functioning vision. And then just yesterday I did my left eye, which was my better eye, and I'm definitely seeing a lot clearer. So I'm definitely happy with Dr. Gulani.
Hi, I'm Dr. Heather Stanley Christian. Like my friend next door here, I had keratoconus, which was cross-linked in 2013, and my vision was actually pretty stable. I moved and found a local ophthalmologist, noticed that there were some changes, but when I queried it, all I got was a change in my prescription, and I really didn't feel like I was being heard. And as a surgeon, obviously my eyesight is very important to me. I have a friend who's very close to me, a local ophthalmologist, Dr. Renee Brovell. So we were talking, and she referred me to Dr. Gulani. So I had my right eye done yesterday. It's a lensoplastic. So we'll see. It's my first time here, and even though I'm recovering, I'm sort of seeing occasional glimpses of like normalcy. So I'm curious and cautiously excited to see what this road will look like.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Shea. I had renal keratotomy 35 years ago, probably. Struggled with vision, contact lenses, kind of terrible vision for 30-ish years, and then got onto sclerals, which were better, but found Dr. Gulani through a lot of research and back and forth. Actually, a lot of ophthalmologists, including in New York, poo-pooed Dr. Gulani, saying no, there's no fix for this. And I had my left eye done on Wednesday, and I am also, like you, cautiously optimistic, and seeing some mild improvement already. So hopefully onto the right eye in January, and better vision.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Lefevre. I am a learning scientist and leadership strategist. I live in Tampa, Florida. Late last year, I was diagnosed also with keratoconus, and the suggestion was to perform a non-FDA cross-linking procedure on me. Being the researcher that I am, that did not sit well with me, so I did what I do, which is research, and found Dr. Gulani in the Journal of Ophthalmology. What struck me about him was his compassion and empathy that came through. That's something that's very important to me. And so had the appointment, earlier this year and saw a path forward that was through his drive and a commitment and dedication that really came through. His perseverance for excellence was something that I was looking for. And here I am. Obviously, my left eye was done yesterday. My right eye will be done in December, and I'm looking forward to, for the first time since third grade or second grade, not having to use corrective lenses.
Do you want to get them back there?
Okay, so it's a journey, definitely. We started with the tear treatment, which was wonderful. And then we did the first cataract eye. And on Wednesday we did the second one, the second eye. I feel wonderful. And I can't wait to do the last one, which is going to handle the cornea. And this is going to be really, really fantastic. I know it. As a lot of us here, I'm an RK patient, and you know, since I was a little girl, actually teenager, when my vision was not so good anymore, I had a dream to get back my perfect vision that I had as a child, you know, and I feel that it's going to happen soon, very soon. So I'm very glad and very happy. Dr. Gulani is the god of eyes. He is an amazing guy, amazing, big heart, and very, very brilliant. I love and admire him for everything he did for me, and he does for me and all of us. Thank you.
Ed,
Me?
Ed, your flight. Like I keep going, or you all keep going?
I'm Dawn Frazier. I only live about an hour away, just south of Jacksonville. I have had a cataract in my left eye for about 8 years, and not one optometrist told me about it. And I was very upset. And we had been traveling for 5 years in our RV, and we had just gotten back, and we were getting settled in, and I had my eye exam, and they said, yeah, you have a cataract in that eye. Well, I couldn't see out of it. It was all cloudy. Couldn't see a thing. So I already knew it was a cataract. But anyway, so they just sent the paperwork off to a doctor that I had never seen before, because I was just trying to get things settled in with my primary care. And so I said, you know what, I'm not going to go through all of that. So I started doing research on the computer and looking at all the reviews and all that stuff, and the one that popped out was Dr. Gulani. And I came in, I called, they set the appointment for the very next day. I came in, they did the exam, come to find out I had a cataract in my right eye also, but it wasn't as bad, you know, still bad, but not as much. He had me get my pre-op physical and everything in that 1 week. I got my left eye done on the 8th, and then I got my right eye done on Wednesday. And I'm already seeing so much better. So I'm very grateful for Dr. Gulani.
Hi, I'm Rob Simon. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. We live here only 30 minutes away. Sorry for folks that having to travel so long. But anyway, I won't say my age, but I was told by every doctor that I had that you cannot operate on your eyes because you're astigmatism, because you're cataract. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I'm mad in my own company, and I'm trained up. I can't see the screen by the end of the day. You know, I can only work like 6 hours. So I got to Dr. Galante through my primary care physician, Buster Browning, which he says, you gotta go to this guy, Rob, I'm telling you. And I'm like, okay. And I met him, and you could tell he loved it. He loves what he does and helping people. And I've been at some benefits with him and everything else. He gives back. and to the people. So his excitement in the world, you can tell, is fixing people's eyes so they can see. And we were just in Aruba, and some woman couldn't see, and I says, "Ma'am, you really need to go to this doctor." And she goes, "In Jacksonville, Florida, I've had 5 operations. I'm almost blind, and I'm getting worse." I says, "Go to him." And so I hope she takes my advice. I gave all the contact information. I got my other eye here, and I'm going to be seeing like a champ.
Hi, I'm Jim. I'm an engineer. Like many around the table, I had RK surgery about 35 years ago. I only did it in my left eye, my non-dominant eye, because I was a little concerned. Then I had a retinal tear in my right eye, which precipitated the cataract in my right eye. I went to the standard eye doctors in my hometown, and I immediately was frustrated, but you sort of get used to what I call, I'm like cordwood stacked outside. It's like next. You're lucky to see the doctor for 45 seconds, right? It's all of the aides and the assistants, and you never even have a chance to tell your story to these doctors. They're just, they're on a clock, right? Not Dr. Gulani. He's there. It's been an amazing experience. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Brian, and I also live in the Jacksonville area. And we feel very blessed to have Dr. Gulani and his team so close by. And I know Dr. Gulani gets a lot of the credit and the accolades, which he rightfully deserves, but I think his team is also right there with him. It's just been first class from start to finish with everybody that I've interacted with and my wife has interacted with. So we feel very, very fortunate in that regard. I'm in the financial industry, and I also am a pilot, and so seeing's kind of important. I really just thought I was going to be pretty much an easy case. I just had an astigmatism for a long time, but just dealt with it with contacts and eyeglasses. But it wasn't probably about a year ago. Contacts, they wouldn't set on my eye correctly. It was just horrible. And so I finally just got to the point where, okay, let's investigate some corrective measures and hopefully permanently just do away with glasses and contacts. So as I mentioned, I thought it was going to be an easy case, but Dr. Gulani quickly told me on that first consult that I was going to be a complicated one, primarily because of my eyes are so deep set into my orbital bones, and so but I wasn't just given the confidence that he exuded. It didn't concern me. I appreciated him being authentic and transparent about everything, and so I was just as confident as ever to move forward. And so I did the lensoplastic procedure, left eye, just a couple of days ago. Feel great. No pain whatsoever. And I'll do my right eye here in another week or so. So yeah, it's been just a great experience from start to finish.
Hi, my name is Linda Moore. We live in Tennessee. We lived in Houston for a long time, and I had RK done in about 33 years ago. My RK was great for about 20 years. I'm a retired Houston police officer. The whole time I was a police officer, my eyes were great. We moved to Tennessee, and I started hiking all over the United States, and I noticed my eyes were getting a lot worse. The past couple of years, 5 years or so, my eyes got real bad. And then this year, my eye got real cloudy. So on Wednesday, I found out I had not just astigmatism, but I had a cataract. So I had my left eye done, lensoplastic, and so far so good. Everything's going great, and I loved how I looked up Dr. Gulani about 4 months ago, and I saw that he was just so personal with each and every patient, and I didn't want to go anywhere else, especially since I had RK. I had tried to get contact lenses fit in my eye for quite a while, and there was no doctor that could fix my eye with contact lenses even. So when I saw Dr. Gulani and fixing the RK patients, decided just to go ahead and come here and not try anything else. So this was fantastic.